In a country built on ideals of justice, fairness, and equality, there lies a growing crisis, an unforeseen rebellion simmering beneath the surface of American society. This rebellion is not led by the usual dissidents or activists, but by those you least expect, the wives, girlfriends, and loved ones of Republican supporters, cast into a fight for justice after their partners were deported. They call themselves the Premature Widows. Once full of hope, full of dreams, these women now face a stark reality. Their husbands and boyfriends taken from them, deported to foreign lands under a regime of political cruelty. These are not just immigrants who face separation. These were patriots, American supporters who found themselves torn from their families. While these women mourn their loved ones, the administration they once supported continues to build its own version of the American dream. But it's a version they are now barred from being part of. The president, his advisors, and his inner circle, many of whom once promised to protect the integrity of American families, are now entwined with foreign partners, building families in ways that mock the very values they once preached. I don't think people understand the plight of the premature widows. And while these powerful figures enjoy their lives free from the anguish of separation, the women of the premature widows are left to fend for themselves, alone, angry, and ready to act. The rise of the rebellion was inevitable. It was born out of the collective suffering and the unyielding spirit of those who refused to be silenced. In the shadows of the Capitol, far from the spotlight, a movement began to take root. A movement fueled by grief, rage, and an unshakable resolve. These women knew that their voices alone would not be enough. They needed to be heard, loud and clear. They needed the world to know their pain.
We've been silent for too long. We've waited for them to listen. But it's clear, they don't care about us. They don't care about our families. They only care about their power.
Our partners were taken from us, and now they want us to watch as they build families with foreign women. Do they think we will stand by while they tear us apart?
It's time to make them listen. If they won't bring our men back, we will take action. We'll make them feel the pain we're living with every single day.
The rebellion was no longer just a thought, it was becoming a fierce reality. Every single moment was now dedicated to aggressive planning and preparation. The women knew that unity and a bold strategy were their strongest weapons. They gathered in secret, meticulously mapping out every detail, anticipating every possible outcome. The time for action was imminent, and they were ready to confront whatever came their way. As the premature widows gathered strength, their plan began to take shape. A fierce demonstration, a massive, intense demonstration aimed at one target, the White House. But this wouldn't be just any protest. This would be a turning point, a declaration of their unyielding resolve. Their demand that their men, their loved ones, be returned or else.
If they refuse to bring our men home, there will be severe consequences. The people in power will face the full wrath of our fury. We'll make sure of it.
What began as a quiet plea for justice has erupted into a fierce demand for vengeance. This is no longer just a rebellion of voices, but of powerful actions. The premature widows are gearing up for the most audacious demonstration in recent history. They are ready to take extreme measures if the president and his allies continue to ignore their plight. The day has come, the streets are packed with women, all driven by an unyielding resolve to demand justice. They have no more words, only fierce action.
We're here because you left us with nothing. If you don't return our husbands and boyfriends, we will reclaim everything you have stolen from us.
Bring them back! Bring them back! Bring them back! Bring them back!
This is the tipping point, a moment where everything erupts. The future, once bright and full of promise, now looms dark and menacing. The choices made here will determine the fate of all. As the demonstration grows more intense, the government response is aggressive. Riot police, military personnel, and Secret Service agents move in forcefully to suppress the protest. But the Premature Widows are resolute. They will not back down.
We've been patient. We've been quiet. But no more. Our demand is non-negotiable. Bring our men home, or face the consequences.
The tipping point has arrived. The future of this rebellion hangs by a thread, but one thing is undeniable. The Premature Widows will not rest until they are victorious. And if their demands are not met, the fallout will be catastrophic. As tensions rise, one thing becomes painfully evident. The stakes have never been higher. The women of the Premature Widows are ready to do whatever it takes to see their families returned. And if that means resorting to the most aggressive and intense measures, so be it. The Republic will not survive this rebellion unscathed. The rebellion of the Premature Widows is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. Very serious dream.